Today we're going to go back to the basics and talk about the web browser and how to use it on a fundamental level. First off, there's 4 main web browsers on the market. There's Internet Explorer, which you're used to since the early days of Windows 95 and 98. There's Microsoft Edge, which is new to Windows 10. There's Chrome, which is made by Google, and then there's Firefox. Let's talk about what a web browser is. A web browser is a piece of software which displays websites on your computer. So for instance, take Yahoo.com. Yahoo.com is not a web browser. Yahoo.com is a web page that would be displayed in a web browser. So if you have Google Chrome and you access Yahoo.com, Google Chrome would be your web browser. So let's just open up Google Chrome and take a look. Everything I'm about to show you is the fundamentals, which means it applies to basically every web browser. They might look different, but the fundamentals are the same. Let's go ahead and open up Google Chrome. There we go. Up on the very, very top of most web browsers, and by very top I mean right here, we have what's called the address bar. This bar lets you type in web addresses and in most cases lets you do a search. So let's go ahead and type in pets. You'll notice in Google Chrome, if we type in pets in the address bar and press enter, it will then do a Google search for the word pets. Block. I'm just going to say block on this. But you can also enter a web address. Let's say you want to go to facebook.com. Most people would Google facebook.com. The address for facebook.com is www.facebook.com. Now, it's a good idea to go straight to facebook.com and not Google for it if you know the address of the site. If you Google for it, you might run into a fake ad at the top of the page, which might redirect you to somewhere you were not intending to go. So in this case, we're going to go to Facebook, and we do know the address is www.facebook.com. Let's type it in. www.facebook.com. And now we're on Facebook. Now here's a little bonus tip for you. If you type in a web address, let's just take another website like YouTube, for instance. You'll notice if we press enter, we're going to search for it. But how do we put the www.com on a web address automatically? Little trick for that. Let's take YouTube, and on the very bottom left corner of your keyboard, you're going to have a CTRL, or control. If you hold that key down and then tap enter, what it will do is put the www on the front and the .com on the back. Let's try it. Control, enter. Shazam! There we go. On the top left of the browser as well, we have the backwards, which goes back a page, forward, which goes forward a page, backwards, forwards. We have the stop button, which means, whoa, stop loading the web page, and the refresh button, which means let's just reload the page for new content, or if it failed to load the first time. Hit refresh. There we go. Up on top, we have a new tab button. You press that, and that lets you have more than one tab on the screen or one more web page on the screen at one time. There's YouTube, and over here we can do, for instance, Yahoo. Now, a lot of people access the same website over and over again, like a lot of people would be on Facebook more than once a day. In that case, you can type in facebook.com, press enter, go up to the star and say, I want to bookmark this page. And then I like to shorten this up because we don't need it to be that long. Bookmark bar is the bar that goes right below the address bar, and I'll show you that in a second. We're going to say let's bookmark. Done. View, bookmarks, Show bookmark bar. And there it is. Now to access that, you actually have to open up Google Chrome, but what if you want to access Facebook directly from the desktop? What you can do is click on this button, which will demaximize the page or restore it, and now we can see the web browser and we can see the desktop. On most web browsers, excluding Microsoft Edge, you can just long press the left mouse button and slowly drag it to the desktop. There. Once again, I like to right click it, rename, and give it a shorter name. Now if you're craving Facebook, instead of opening up Chrome, you open up Facebook, and it takes you directly there. That pretty much does it for just the absolute bare basics of how to use a web browser. I'll probably make another video to kind of go more in depth, but this just gives you just the 10-cent tour of most web browsers. And really quick, let's go ahead and open up Microsoft Edge. And what you'll notice is Edge also has an address bar. It also has a refresh back and forward. And let's go ahead and open up Internet Explorer. To do that, in Windows 10, we can just search for it. Internet Explorer. You'll also notice we're going to have a address bar once again, same spot, back, forward, and no refresh, but the refresh is actually right here. And they really haven't changed that, so most web browsers put the refresh right next to the back and forward arrow. Well, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.